What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Sierra and welcome to my channel. This will make the third video I filmed today. I did have this video already filmed, but it somehow got deleted, so I'm having to re-film it. So I'm sorry if I'm not actually entertaining because I'm a little annoyed right now, but it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Let's get to the video. So today I am going to be retelling a story about how my mom thought I was possessed. Now before you guys swipe off, I want you guys to know that this story and its events are completely true. I'm not making anything up. It actually happened to me. So let's get on with the video. So in about the 5th or 6th grade, I had my first seizure. I was sitting at home and I was walking down the hallway at my house and I just got a sense of sadness that kind of like took over my body, and I started crying. And my mom was like, "Who's in the house? Like, what's wrong, Sierra?" And she took me and sat me in the living room, and I was trying to tell her why I was crying, but I didn't know why. Like, I was trying to explain to her, like, I had no idea why I was feeling the way I was, why I was acting the way I was. Well, like, in the middle of my sentences, I'd be like, I don't know, I'm really sad in a... And then I just snap back. Like, and then I would just be talking again, and like, and in the middle of a sentence, I would just, and then snap back. Like, it was really, really, really weird. And it just kept happening over and over and over again every time I talked. Well, my mom decided to take me to the hospital, and my granny met up with my mom there and everything. And like, we had no idea what was going on. And I had my first seizure there, I think, at the hospital, and the doctor had the nerve to ask if I was pregnant. I was in the 5th grade and they thought I was pregnant, which is really sad that they would think that, but like, I understand things happen with other people, and they said they've had cases where young girls have come in like that, so they just wanted to make sure, but they didn't drop it. Like, they just kept saying that, oh well, she probably is. But I don't even think they'd taken any tests yet. They just assumed. So my granny told my mom, like, yeah, she's not staying here anymore. And they took me to a place in Nashville. I stayed there, I think, overnight. I don't really remember, it's a little blurry. But I just remember I went to the hospital and I just kept getting test after test after test done. And they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So I went back home and I continued to have seizures. And it would like start out with my hand or my foot, and then it just kind of like travel all over my body, and then sometimes I could feel it coming, but like it would just start. And usually when you have seizures, like sometimes most people can't remember, but I can remember, or I could remember every time. Like, I was still aware of what was happening. So I would be seizing up and like I couldn't talk or anything, and I would just cry. It's like you have your body, but you can't control it. Like, you can't control what's going on, your actions or anything, and it was scary. And I was in the 5th grade. And so that would happen for a couple months, and then it just stopped. Bam, stopped. And then it happened again, and I had another round of tests done, and they couldn't really find anything. They just told my mom and my granny that every time I would come in, I would have a really bad bladder infection. And I couldn't ever like feel the bladder infection. I didn't even know I had one because I didn't have the symptoms. So they said that my bladder infections were so bad that the infection in my body could trigger that, but they weren't for sure. So after a couple months, it stopped again. And I remember they had kind of started happening again, and I went to my granny's house, which they live a couple towns away. And I remember going to church, and I had one. And I remember like the congregation praying over me and everything, and then putting holy water on me, and like them like casting the demons out. And yeah, I think I was in the 6th grade at the time. And like, I don't know about you, but even now, if like someone was standing over you and saying like, demons get out, that would scare me. But I understand why they did that. They were just kind of like trying to make things better. But it scared the heck out of me, and I think I went to the hospital. They ran more tests, but they couldn't figure out what was wrong. Well, I stopped having them, and then a couple years later, which this was recently, I think this was a couple months ago, like 5 months, my sister and I were talking about it with some of our friends, and my sister was like, yeah, Mom thought you were possessed when that was going on. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, she thought you were possessed, because I'd had so many, I guess, tests done that she just assumed it. And apparently, which I remember this event completely different than what they remember, but I guess it makes sense because I was delusional. But I remember laying in my bed, and apparently, like, I started crying, and it freaked my sister out because I was just saying a bunch of nonsense. And my sister said I just kept saying, I'm sorry, McKaylee, I'm sorry. And I live with my mom, my sister, and myself, so they were a little freaked out, but they like let me sleep in like the same room as my sister because we shared a room at the time. And she said like being alone with me just completely freaked her out. And I guess after that, that's when my mom told her, like, I think your sister is possessed. But I mean, it's been years. It's been since middle school, since like 7th grade, since any of that has happened. And I'm fine. Like, I feel fine. I'm healthy. But just being told that, like, at a point in your life, your mom and sister thought you were possessed, it was really freaky. And I'm just glad, like, that part of me is over with. Because if it was still going on and I learned that, like, I don't even know, like, I'd probably pass out from the amount of shock of being told that. But that's the end of the story, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If it's not good, I'm really sorry. I'm so tired, and I really didn't want to film that story again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like me, I promise I'm pretty interesting. I'm gonna have more videos for you guys to watch, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see the other videos I have to post in the future. And I'm gonna leave my Instagram down in the description below if you want to go follow me. The link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a great day today, and I hope it's better than mine. Peace.